What's up everybody, Rich here, and I wanted to go ahead and make a video of exactly what I'm doing because everybody keeps asking me, what are you doing? How have you lost so much weight so quickly and you have so much energy to go along with it? So just to give you a quick stats, I'm in a little bit over 2 months. I'm down almost 60 pounds at this point and it just keeps falling off. And I'm so excited. My energy is still through the roof. So of course, I'm getting lots of questions and lots of people asking what I'm doing. And I thought I would make a video and I could just refer y'all to the video. So here we are. Here is exactly what I'm doing and what I've been doing to lose the weight so far. So I'm leading a fasting lifestyle. And how I'm doing that is I'm eating one meal every 2 days minimum. And with that meal, I'll kind of show you how I'm doing that and lead you through my fasting lifestyle. Okay, so number one, don't eat every 48 hours minimum. So you can even go longer if you want. But especially whenever you first start out, your first 48 hours is crucial. I would not do anything strenuous in that first 48 hours. You'll have so much energy further on down the road in your fasting lifestyle, even sometimes after a week, like it was for me, you're gonna feel like doing more and working out. But just for your first 2-day fast, keep it simple. Don't do anything strenuous. Face your fears and realize that you won't die whenever you fast, and that really how easy it is, and these first 2 days are just going to be the hardest. So I'm eating once every 2 days minimum. If you want to go longer, go ahead. If you feel good, go ahead. Listen to your body. If you go longer, it's just going to get easier and easier. Around days 4 through 7, you're gonna start to feel a euphoria with your fasting and you're gonna feel amazing. You're not gonna feel hungry. So go ahead and push for that. You can make that a part of your fasting lifestyle, but minimum go 2 days. And also something that's gonna be easier for you, and that's a good tip, is to not put yourself in situations where there's a lot of food, especially early on. A couple weeks into this, maybe 3 or 4 weeks into this, I could easily get around food and it doesn't bother me. I mean, just the other night, I was with my boys and they were having some pizza. I smell it, and I had been fasting for over 2 days. I smell it, it smells great, but those cravings aren't there anymore. Also, maybe you don't need to get around people if they're encouraging you to eat bad things like sugar, white carbs, if they're just constantly trying to tempt you and make you break your fast. You may have to distance yourselves from some of those people for a while until you get that food addiction whooped and you're able to easily say no and you don't have something pulling you towards that food. Number 2, drink your ER water. So every day that I'm fasting, I mix up a batch of my ER water. It's just spring water and electrolytes mixed into the spring water. And it is very helpful in keeping your electrolytes and keeping you hydrated. And it's amazing. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make another video because I just don't have time to explain everything on the ER water and what all goes into it. But it helps to keep you hydrated. Electrolyte-rich water. Okay, so number 3, small meals in a short time. So my meals are mostly veggies, and I'll also have a small amount of meat in there. I like to have a high quality meat, like something with a little bit of fat to it. White chicken breast is not that good. That little bit of fat, that'll help support your brain. It's good for you. It gives you more energy. Something like ribeye or even eggs, with the yolks. An egg with the yolk. This stuff is good. It helps support you. Those veggies are going to give you energy. this lifestyle is not as much about the eating as it is about the fasting. What you want to focus on is keeping it to a short window, a short time period, 30 minutes or less, maybe 20 minutes or less. Your one meal every 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, 7 days, 10 days. You want that meal to be in a small window. Of course, if you're fasting for longer, 7 days, 10 days, you have a little bit more leniency there in your meal. No sugar or white simple carbs. Keep them out of your meal. That will knock you out of ketosis. You don't want to be eating that stuff. Also, stay away from starchy vegetables like corn and potatoes. Those things will knock you out of ketosis, and you want to fill up with good vegetables. Vegetables that have a lot of fiber, that are low calories, they'll fill you up. They're great for this lifestyle, and your body will actually start to crave them. Also, what I'm doing in my small meal that I'm doing every couple days, I'm taking my vitamins. I also take a packet of fiber. I take a packet of probiotics. We're very picky about the vitamins that we take. You see other people that are promoting a fasting lifestyle, and all of a sudden fat becomes this magical thing that gives you everything that you ever needed, and your body just makes this stuff. I don't believe it. I think that you do need vitamins. If you want, you can private message me on that and our recommendations, and I could share our research. And so I would recommend to take those vitamins about 5 minutes into your eating. If you try to take them at the end, you're not going to feel like taking them. You want to take them right away so that they could start processing. Stuff like the fiber will fill you up and make you full so that you won't eat as much as well, and it'll help push everything through your system and keep you regular. It's critical, I think, and a lot of people leave that out. Fat is not magical. So also, get feedback. And there's multiple ways to get feedback on how you're doing with this. For the scale, you need to be weighing every day. Weigh at the same time. For example, I wake up and I empty my bladder, and then I weigh at the same time every day before I've taken in any fluids. You want it to be consistent. You also should take pictures. People's biggest regrets whenever they take on a fasting lifestyle, I'm finding out, is that they didn't take before pictures. And that's one of my issues as well, that I didn't take good before pictures. You want to take pictures where you're standing, in front of a mirror, or have your spouse or someone take them for you, and you want your picture from the front. You can have your arms out. From the side, and you want to take the same side picture every time, you could put your arms out again. And from the back, and you could put your arms out again. You want to have something to compare, and you should take pictures like that every week or two to compare and see your results. So also, because the scale is not the best indicator of actually how good you're doing. That's for a lot of reasons, but pics are good. Taking measurements is good, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose. You may go through time periods where you don't lose some weight for 2 or 3 days, 4 days, like I've had. But if you measure yourself, you'll have lost inches on those days. Your body's rearranging. It's doing a lot of things that doesn't show on the scale. The scale is a bad indicator. And so I would definitely recommend taking measurements. And then all of a sudden your body will have this whoosh, and you'll lose in one day like 3, 4, 5, 6 pounds. I've had that happen a couple of times so far. Ketone strips. They're just strips you can buy at the pharmacy online to test your urine to see if ketones are showing and you're in ketosis. So those will give you feedback after your meals. If you cheated, if you ate some sugar and white carbs and knocked yourself out of ketosis and you got to start over and you feel like crud, you'll be able to tell because of the ketone strips that you're out of ketosis. Also, something that I recommend is a settling period, number 5. And I talked to a weight loss doctor who is a weight loss expert, and I told him what I was doing. I didn't know what he would think about it, and this was maybe 3 weeks ago. He liked what I'm doing. He's a big advocate for fasting. He's helped a lot of people lose a lot of weight quickly, but with losing large amounts of weight quick, where I was already down close to 50 pounds at that point, he says every 25 to 50 pounds, you need to have a settling period where for 2 weeks minimum, you stop the weight loss and maintain, and that will allow your body to settle and adjust. And he said basically after losing 25 pounds of fat, you've got a whole different body that your organs are dealing with and everything. And so for your health, and also I think it's a good time to start practicing your maintenance program. I know for me, when I first started trying it, I gained a couple pounds and I was eating more, but I was eating some bad things with that. And then I cleaned that up where I had a much cleaner diet. I was still eating every day, and then I was still losing some weight. And so you're gonna learn a maintenance program in these times of every 25 to 50 pounds, letting your body settle. A lot of that depends on how much you have to lose. I've got over 100 pounds to lose. Number 6, and probably the most important one on here, is identifying your why. What's your reason for doing this? You have to come up with something that's going to spur you to get through changing your whole lifestyle to a healthy lifestyle, that you get to a good weight and you get to good health, and that is going to push you through the low points whenever people are offering you pizza and offering you chips and they don't understand why you don't want to eat cheesecake and all this stuff anymore. So you really need to have a reason. For a lot of people, it's health. For other people, you know, I know for me, I've got my boys that look up to me and what I'm doing. I want to be healthy. I want them to be healthy. My wife as well. You know, I got to the point where I was just feeling like total crud. And that's because whenever you're 300 whatever pounds, you know, I was close to 300 pounds. It's like stuff just doesn't fit you. You know, if you're flying on a plane, clothes, just tired of feeling like crap, energy, you need to identify these things and write them down and look at them whenever stuff gets tough for you, to actually making your lifestyle change. So you've got to learn to enjoy this journey of getting healthy and having the weight loss. It's going to be hard at sometimes. It's going to be amazing at sometimes. I know for me, a week into this, I had more energy than I had whenever I was eating 3 meals a day plus snacks. And it was really enjoyable at that time. But then a couple days later, you could be at a party and there's all this crazy food and you may not be enjoying it as much as that time, but you gotta enjoy the process. You gotta understand you're gonna lose weight so quickly. I could be down double by now if I wanted to. You really will have full control, but you're gonna lose weight so quickly that this is just gonna be for a couple months until you go into a maintenance routine that's good for you. And so enjoy it. And enjoy these hard times and making hard decisions now and getting over your food addiction. I really believe, and the reason why I'm making this video right now, is that everybody out there should be healthy and know what it feels like to be at the weight that they want to be and have control over that weight and be healthy and feel good. The standard American diet is not how we were meant to eat. This is the first time in history that people have had not only access to the amount of food, but the different sugars and white carbs that we're eating at every single meal. Never in history before have people eaten like this. I could eat today different types of foods from 6 different countries all over the world, and it's just unbelievable. And people are having food addictions, and it's making their bodies sick. And so figure out your why and enjoy the process, and be excited about getting rid of these food addictions and finally having control over your life. I believe that everybody should experience that. And with that being said, I'm excited to share with y'all what I'm doing. I'm excited to continue to share my journey, and everybody just keep fasting furiously, and I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye.